Hey there, this is me, Carolyn. I'm back and I actually have to apologize to you because it's been 2 weeks since I've been doing my last video blog. And I just talked to my mentor, Jasmina Philippi, and tried to figure out why that was. And I realized that the reason why I haven't shared last week is because some really saucy stuff happened last week, and part of me was feeling like, oh, can I share this and can I not share this? But my commitment to you is to really give you like the real behind the scenes, right? Not the like happily ever after, perfect. Well, everything is always perfect, right? But just like the real deal also. So I'm gonna just share with you what's been happening for the last 2 weeks. And for those of you that are new to me, my name is Carolyn Hauser. I help people manifest what they want, and especially their relationships and money. And for me, I've been able to really crack the code around creating money or manifesting money. I've gone from not making $10,000 a year 3 years ago to now being on track for well over $1 million this year in just 3 years. So I figured out some money stuff, and for this year, my own challenge to myself is to finally allow the love of my life in and have that relationship that I've wanted for the last 20 years, and I'm taking you on the journey with me. So 2 weeks ago I got my new Tesla, or ordered it, and I got it now, which is really fun. I told you I was going to tell you when it's there, and it is there. And then I've also been going to North Carolina to work with David Neagle. And okay, here comes the part that is the juicy part, right? So I have a friend, and I'm not going to say names, who I've had for 10 years, a male friend, and our paths have crossed. It always seemed like either I was in a relationship or he was in a relationship, or it just never lined up, and we don't live on the same coast either. So I had told him that I'm coming to the East Coast, and wasn't quite sure how I was feeling, but for some reason I really thought he was going to be on the airport when I land there, and realized and then he wasn't there, and then realized in that moment that I really just wanted to have sex with him, which was very interesting. I just had this really strong desire to have that experience, right? And it didn't line up for that day. And I was a little, annoyed and like, I really wanted this, right? But then I let it go. And I shared with him, and then he booked actually a flight to come see me tomorrow. In the meantime, the next day, I get a message on Match.com, so I have a profile on Match.com, from somebody who sounded really interesting. And since last week, since I've come back, we've actually had our first date, and it's been really nice, and now it's making sense why this other thing didn't work out, right? So the universe really watches out for you, because now I have no desire to have sex with my friend, right? And also, what's really interesting for me is that to see that what I what I really want, like what my soul really wants, is actually to wait until I'm really, really sure it's the right person, right? And this is probably part of your pattern too, that we fall in love with people, or we think they're the right one, then we have sex with them, and then we don't hear from them, and then it's like this, it's just devastating, right? And so I've been realizing, and this was part of the David Neagle event, that my need to feel needy for love, or wanting to have love, is bigger than actually my desire to have a real relationship, right? So I've been kind of unconsciously setting myself up for these disappointments by just, not sticking to this commitment, to just like after 2 or 3 dates thinking, oh, I really like this person, the person likes me. That was usually enough. Somebody liked me, or they like me, they love me, right? Because my need for love was so big. They love me, I'll be with them, right? I wasn't actually being selective, and I wasn't qualifying them. And so now, this whole experience really helped me to get clear that what I truly want is to not have sex with anyone until I know it's the right person, and it's the love of my life, and it's the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, and be married, right? Because to me, I know it's the right person who wants to make that commitment, right? That's the sign. But like, if I don't hold out for that, then I can never create it, right? So I've been self-sabotaging around this for 20 years, basically, right? So I'm just sharing this with you. I'm hoping this is resonating with you, and I'm giving you food for thought around like what boundaries you want to set in place and what qualifiers, if you want. You know, in my business, I qualify people. I don't just work with anybody. I don't just give anybody my time. Why would I give anybody like the deepest part of my soul, right? Without qualifying them, without making sure that they're actually, you know, worthy of it or the right person, right? So I'm publicly committing now that I'm going to do this. So that's part of it, right? It's like holding myself accountable. That to me, I want that commitment before I'm willing to give myself. So it's a big step for me. It's scary, right? Because what if the person says no, or just, you know, yeah, just disengage. But you know, that's scary. But at the same time, that also then will show you that it wasn't the right person, because the right person wants what you want, and what you want is out there, right? That's the universal truth that you can always come back to. So that was emotional. But I'm glad I shared with you, because this, you know, this is the real stuff, right? This is like me talking to a girlfriend. This is like what we talk about. And that's what people don't talk about publicly, right? Because life is not perfect, but it's awesome at the same time. It will never be 100% perfect, but perfect for you, for your growth. And like I said, an awesome ride in the meantime. So I think that's all I wanted to share. There in the background, there's my vision board. I've been working on it a little more. I've been gluing stuff on my Klimt print, so that's been fun too. Anyway, so you know, always a good way to call in what you want. But that's a, you know, that's an old technology, right? So for this week, just my invitation is to look for like the commitments you want to make and the requirements you have for people to really come into your most sacred space. Good. That was a good one, right? So sending you all my love. Thanks to Jasmina for pushing me. And talk to you next week. Bye-bye.